Arguably, nothing has the potential to build stronger family relationships than time spent around the dinner table.
Come on, Cletus. Come on. Come over here. Come on in. Where's your walk? Come over. Then you're going to limp back. You walk over, but you're limping back.
So clear off the table, pull up a chair, and let's go, Cletus. NonStop. What's going on, everybody? Steven here with NonStop Families again, seeking to be an encouragement to you today as you seek to lead your family. Ronald Reagan said, "All great change in America begins at the dinner table." Obviously, he knew just how beneficial that time was, and we need to make sure that our families are taking advantage of that. With that, let's get right to it this week. Here are our top 3 ways you can use your dinner table to build strong family relationships. Number 3, board games. Okay, this one could be debatable depending on how competitive your family is. Nevertheless, we love board games in our house, and we're compiling a pretty impressive collection, if I do say so myself. And we're not just talking about Monopoly and Clue here. There are tons of board games out there that many of you have probably never heard of before that your family is going to want to play over and over again. We'll give you some suggestions of some of our family's favorite board games here in the near future. There's just something about playing board games that creates this easy, laid-back atmosphere that enables you and your family to just have fun hanging out together. Over the course of 20 years of youth ministry, I have often used board games to build relationships with teenagers, many of whom I had never met before. It immediately opened this door where I could begin to connect with them on a personal level. The same happens in our families. Start having family game nights at the dinner table when your kids are young. And if you've got teenagers and you find it maybe a little difficult to connect with them from time to time, give this one a try. You might be surprised. Number 2, dinner. Yeah, I know, it's a dinner table.
Well, duh.
But it's crazy to think that even though most families have one, the average American family eats over 70% of their meals outside of the home. Man, we are way too busy and we need to fix that. Perhaps one good thing from being quarantined during a pandemic is that families are actually spending more time together. If so, let's not lose that once this thing is over. Sadly, we tend to become so busy that we sacrifice our mealtime around the dinner table for other things that we want our kids to be involved with. Now, of course, those things might not in and of themselves be evil, but consider this information from a secular source. Studies have shown that when families eat dinner together at the dinner table,
Well, duh.
that children are more likely to have, are you ready for this? Lower rates of obesity, eating disorders, substance abuse, teen pregnancy, school behavioral problems, and depression. That is insane. And not only that, but children who eat dinner together with their family at the dinner table are more likely to have high self-esteem, better body image, better grades, higher reading scores, and a better vocabulary. In short, the more family meals you have together, the more beneficial it is for your children emotionally, physically, and spiritually. So for the sake of our kids, let's get back to having dinner around the dinner table.
Well, duh.
And number 1, family worship. Look, if you're brand new to NonStop Families, this is what we are all about. We want to encourage and equip families to effectively disciple their children in their homes. And that's impossible to do apart from spending time together as a family in the Bible and in prayer. Make sure to go back and check out all of our other videos on the importance of establishing a family worship time in your home. And then go into it with an understanding that family worship is a means of grace in our lives. This is something that God has given us that we get to do with our children. And though you don't have to be a pastor by profession to lead your family, as Jonathan Edwards put it, every Christian family ought to be, as it were, a little church, consecrated to Christ and wholly influenced and governed by His rules. And Scripture consistently calls us to this effort. And these words that I command you today shall be on your heart. You shall teach them diligently to your children, and shall talk of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. Train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it. Fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the discipline and instruction of the Lord. And I have no greater joy than to hear that my children are walking in the truth. Get your family around that dinner table and use it to build strong relationships as you care for the emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being of your household. Thanks for checking in with us this week, guys. If this was helpful to you, please do us a favor and like and share this video. And while you're at it, head on over to the NonStop Families Facebook page and invite all your friends to follow us there as well. You can even subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't done so yet. Finally, in case you haven't heard, we are so excited to announce the official launch of NonStopFamilies.com in March 2021. This will enable us to more effectively encourage, equip, and engage with you as you seek to disciple your children to the glory of God. Have a great week, guys. Get a family worship time established in your home if you haven't already. Break out a few board games and have some fun together. And who knows, maybe we'll see more families having dinner around the dinner table.
Well, duh.
Go NonStop.